I don't wanna sit here and like
God
go
damn it.
soup.
High recording.
Hi, recording.
Hi, recording.
So,
Viewers at home, it's important that you know that Karth is down bad for the hag. In case you missed it.
So,
Karth just picks the tallest person in the nearby vicinity and goes, well,
She must be the dominant female.
Listen,
I said person.
listen. It's actually unusual that it's a lady for Karth. It's normally a dude.
Hmm.
Because it's height-based.
What do you mean Walker's a lady? What do you mean?
Walker is a woman, is she not?
Yes.
I remember you being very surprised about that fact like 2 fucking weeks ago.
Listen, all right, I
Forgot that hags are women?
no. The only people I've ever met with the name Walker were dudes.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
So
To be fair, it's not her first name, so.
Walker has a first name.
Walker has many names.
I have a new goal for Karth.
Harley,
Okay.
why is
And
your
on that
camera on?
Where last we left our heroes, you were all after Walker killed a bunch of vampires. Freya mostly successfully kept Grog from actively and openly burning everything to the ground. Granted, Grog got mostly distracted by other things, but you know, Freya was there just in case. Because I believe Grog has fully forgotten that she was on a mission to murder.
For now, yeah.
For now.
I'll get to it.
You all managed to restore the bones to the church, and in exchange, were given 2 gifts. You were given the St. Andrew's burial sword, which is silvered.
Ah, yes, given.
It is a long sword.
We were given the burial sword. Definitely didn't steal the burial sword.
We literally asked the owner. And she just
Yeah, you
said,
spoke with Dad.
We
Yeah.
resurrected her. Like, can we have your fucking sword? And she was like, I'm literally dead. So...
Yeah.
Okay, counterpoint though, we were just going to keep it regardless.
Yeah, but that's not the point. It's not what happened. Intentions were that.
And you were also given shiny
Ow, fuck.
plate armor, full plate.
Possibly magical.
Definitely magical.
Definitely magical. And we only have 2 people who can use it, and one of them's currently on a train to New York, so fuck them.
I guess he doesn't get it. Oh well.
That's how it works.
And all the while this was going on, Harold,
Yes.
last we left you, you had, along with your stalwart companion, Todd, or Tom, excuse me, Todd. your long time companion, good friend, Tom.
Good old Tom. Tommy Tom.
Tommy.
Defeated a vampire. A genuine
yeah.
vampire, not just a vampire spawn. And then were brought in to speak to your innkeeperess's husband. And that's kind of where we left you off, is you going into the back room.
The singular one back room. A normal.
Yeah,
It's not a very
no.
big inn.
Yeah.
No,
Just a regular old room that's in the back.
It's just full of supplies and bags of nuts and like so the next 10 from
There is a dartboard.
Well, I mean, if you'd rather, I can pull you into the back rooms, plural. But like, I feel like that's gonna shift the vibes.
Yeah, that's gonna adjust the meta of the game a little bit, I
Yeah,
think.
just a little bit. Yeah. So we'll just go to the one back room, and it's mostly an office. And Erwin, the innkeeper, he is sitting behind the desk. And you go, howdy, have a seat, have a seat. So, my wife tells me that you, ran into some trouble out back. Is that so?
Well, that's one way of putting it, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Trouble would be a slight understatement. But it's been dealt with.
Well, let me see here. And he kind of shifts through some papers. Can I trust you, Harold?
Probably the only person in the group you can.
You can trust me in so much as that if you're going to tell me anything that's not important to my current mission, I probably won't listen.
God, I love the Herald so much.
There's a good chance I won't remember anything you tell me, to be honest. So in that case, yes.
Well, from what I can tell, I have a good idea as to what you might be up to here in this here Barovia.
What might that be?
Well, let's just say I think that you and I may have a common enemy.
I see.
So, with that being said, I may have something that could help you do what you're fixing to do.
Well, in that case, I am very much listening.
Well, before I get into it too much, suppose a feller like you's used to being tested.
In more ways than one, yes.
So, in that case, I have a simple test for you. Very simple.
What's that?
Well, there's a vineyard just a few miles down west down the road. And they usually supply the wine here. They haven't shown up. Shipment hasn't gotten here. It's long overdue. All you gotta do is walk on down to the vineyard and bring me back my shipment. Perhaps see what's going wrong. Simple enough.
Message understood. Sounds easy, might become difficult.
Potentially.
Alright.
That, perhaps you and I can have interesting conversation.
I think I like the sounds of this arrangement. No, I'm taking Tom and
Oh
Juicen
no,
and the egg.
take whomever you want. You can take
The
whomever
egg
you want.
hatched.
Still cold.
Yes, but his name is still Egg.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, you can take whomever you like. You want to take all your friends, you do that. We'll hold the rooms for you.
Well, that's very kind of you.
There is one stipulation, though. And he gets up, turns around, and goes to what you now notice in the back of the room. Looks like something that's covered under like a blanket. And he pulls it off, and underneath is a cage. And in this cage is a slightly overly sized raven. He takes her out. She hops onto his arm. And he goes, "Now this here is Delilah. I want you to take her with you."
Return of the king. The return of the king.
Think you can do that for me?
Well, I don't know, let me see. He puts his arm out to see if Delilah will come to him.
Flies straight to your arm. Lands on your shoulder that bypasses. It's a bit of weight to
Well, alright, fair enough. He takes a little bit of bread out of his jacket and gives it to the bird.
Mm-hmm. Takes it. And he goes, "So, what you do is you follow the road west. There are signs along the road. You'll be going to the Wizard of Wines vineyard.
Oh, no doubt, hilarious name.
The old crow who runs it now, he's a bit of an asshole. I'm just gonna warn you off the bat. And you don't worry about leaving at once. I understand you and your friends also have business here in town. You take care of what you need to do. But then, once you have the moment, do this for me. And bring Delilah back to me, of course."
Of course. Right, well, I have just fought a vampire, so I can't leave immediately. I will need some
Oh, no,
time
like
to
I said,
rest.
I know you've got business in town. I understand you're gonna need to rest up. But, yeah, you go on.
Alright.
Mrs. already has I think she's drawn you and your friend who suffered a bit more than you. I think she's drawn you both a bath.
Well, that's very kind.
At least we could do when you did us such a service as extermination.
Well, let's call it practice and move on.
Let's do that.
Right, I'm going to go and recuperate. I'll call again when I'm about to leave.
I'll be here.
He heads on out.
Okay. Delilah just sitting on your shoulder the whole time. At this point, we're going to shift back to everyone else who has no idea that you've fought and a vampire at all, or that
Oh,
you
big
were
fucking,
by Strahd.
big fucking deal. You fought a vampire.
Difference between vampire and vampire spawn, but yeah.
There were 7 of them.
You don't know that. but
7?
Actually, you're
You
the
do
only
know
other,
that.
You're the only other person who knows.
I want to be clear here. 7 vampire spawn are in fact more dangerous than 1 Strahd.
So-
One old Strahd.
The rest of you, you have finished up. It's going to take a while. The priest is going to be praying over the bones for,
A bit.
from what it sounds like, until dawn the next day, which is when they will be reburied.
I'm bored.
No. Not
When
unless
are you not bored? Just out of curiosity,
Having
Grog.
fun putting the body back together, but now it's back together and I'm bored.
You did a great job on that, by the way.
I know.
Walker reaches
Grog.
into one of her pockets and pulls out like a piece of bacon jerky and hands it to Grog. It has definitely been in her pocket too long, and that is why she thinks Grog will enjoy it.
Oh, fuck. You got lit?
I got
Grog starts licking it like a lollipop to
Ew.
get all of the dust off of it and hands you back the wet bacon.
Yeah.
Parth is gonna eat the wet bacon.
I was gonna say Walker does not accept the wet bacon from you.
A circle of life. Hey, can we go? I'm like smoldering.
You know, as we're doing this, Walker's just gently shepherding the two far smaller characters out.
Yeah, Freya is absolutely outside.
I do not need shepherding.
You're being corralled.
I will go willingly. I do not require shepherding.
You feel much better. Feel a bit more. There's a tightness in your chest, Freya, that sort of unknots as you exit the church.
Yeah, Freya's just been sitting out here for a bit.
Hey, you loser, get over here, we're leaving!
Where are we going?
Fuck if I know.
Hmm.
Where are we going?
Back to the tavern. I, for one, need a fucking anti-dust bath.
I just blow on you really hard.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
It's not. If you really want to get rid of dust, what you want to do is you want to bathe in a moat of lava. I mean, you lose the clothes too, but...
You don't take your clothes
Wasn't
off before
skin.
you jump in the lava?
I don't know if you've noticed this, Freya, but Grog doesn't really wear clothes to begin with. I'm pretty sure this is a burlap sack.
Man, it's not burlap.
But it is a sack, though, right?
Listen. Is a chair a tree?
Hmm. That's deep.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
I guess it really depends. Like, hold on. Actually,
We don't
Let's
have
get-
time
let's-
for this.
we have so much time for this.
We're walking.
Walker, if you cast True Resurrection on a chair, would it grow into a tree?
No, she's not a fucking druid.
No,
Walker is silent for a long minute, and they cover significant ground before she goes, I don't think so.
Hmm.
I think the action of transforming the wood into something different probably means you could not resurrect it. In the same way that if I rolled up on someone sat on a throne full of bones, I probably could not resurrect it as one big creature.
Sorry. No, you couldn't. No. No. What? You couldn't.
Hold on. I was busy drinking my festive eggnog. What was the answer?
Probably not, because the act of turning it from one thing into something else probably means it wouldn't work.
Also,
You have
trees
changed
don't
it.
have souls.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Depends who
I
you
don't
talk
think that's
to.
true. I
They
don't.
don't. If trees had souls, they'd be in hell.
No, because trees don't do bad things, so they'd probably go to
I mean, that
purgatory.
depends. Sometimes trees drop branches on children and murder them.
Okay, but that's not the tree. That's like wood lice.
Oh, have
That's
you
like
ever
wood.
been asked why?
That's like wood lice weakening the tree limb so that it falls off. That's something being done to the tree.
Maybe the tree is mind controlling a legion of woodlice to strategically detonate parts of it.
I need it to be canon that the scene fades out to this bickering and fades back into them in the tavern, and this conversation is still fucking going on.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying that a tree cannot decide to do something. Therefore, it can't be morally judged on the things that happen. Like it's like how if the paladin casts detect good and evil, a dog is only ever neutral.
But
How do you know?
As you guys are coming into the tavern,
Motherfucker, I know paladins.
Opto
So do
is
I.
sitting at the bar. Your resident sort of bard, and he looks up and he goes, "Ah, you're back. Fantastic.
Opto, you know things. Do trees have souls?
They don't.
Don't answer him right now. That is a conversation for significant numbers of whiskeys later. What do you know?
please tell us you have something to do.
Well, you might want to have a conversation with the herald."
Okay.
You see, my God.
My God.
You see, he
Hold on, is
had
the
a bit of a
herald-
dust up this afternoon?
Is the herald within 30 feet of me?
No, he's up in the bath, I believe.
It could be 30 feet away.
Is that within a 30-foot radius of me?
I'm not sure.
Hey, herald,
Mm.
in your brain, we're here.
He had a bit of a dust up.
With?
A vampire claiming to be Strahd.
Oh, shit.
Claiming to be. Claiming
We
to
found
be.
like 7 vampire spawn
Well,
hiding in the coffin maker's
From what I can
house.
tell, he
Walker reaches down and wraps one long finger up without looking down and without doing anything else, and just kind of nods for Apto to continue.
Hold on.
Strahd's face.
We cut out for a second there and couldn't hear what you actually did.
She grabbed Karth's face with one long-fingered hand to keep his mouth shut.
Mm.
I just want to telepathically to Just Walker, I'm just going to say, you know this won't stop me from telling people anything anymore, right? And then I'm going to, like, lick her hand. And then I'm going to...
I mean, if she's
Walker
holding,
completely.
if she's holding it like a telescope, your tongue can probably only come out the end, so you'd have to like lick back around.
Yeah, you gotta go for lizard.
I am a lizard. I can do that. I can do...
Yep.
Anyway.
But yeah, Strahd's face. You might want to go talk to him.
Mm.
I
He and
tried.
Tom got really fucked up.
Okay.
Where were you?
Really? Tom got hurt. I don't say because my mouth is being held closed, and I don't want to telepathy this man. Never mind.
He looks and goes, "Well, you see, 2 things happened. One, we realized that the herald was fighting in the back. Very clearly a vampire. Well,
Right.
1 of 2 things, I suppose. 2, we have a certain someone that requires protection. And 3, Tom seemed to have it covered.
Walker says
And
absolutely
he just-
nothing
he's-
and fist bumps him quietly on her way up the stairs.
Yeah, no, he's
What?
he's grinning because Opto ain't risking his life for fuck
You
all
damn
unless he
right,
has to.
As we are heading up the stairs, I assume I am being taken with because I don't think, for whatever. Can I kill Tom if he's already hurt?
Who are you asking?
To be clear,
Walker.
from everyone else's perspective,
I'm assuming he's using telepathy.
Yes.
Walker shakes her head very slightly, and then, like, low enough that Karth can hear it. She's not particularly trying to whisper, but just making it clear that it's Karth. So she said, "We need to talk about this later. I have some thoughts."
Right.
And then they're gonna go and I guess pitch up and knock on Harold's room door until he opens.
You get diverted by Juicin pointing you to there's a little smaller room off to the side, which appears to be where the baths are drawn.
Oh shit, is he naked in there?
Oh shit! Hold on, Harold. Are you naked in there?
Harold, are you naked in the bath?
That is what you're supposed to do, isn't it?
What that thing doing?
Baby.
Harold,
Bathing.
that's actually perfect. We do have some armor we'd like you to try on.
Yeah, can you grow a pair of tits real quick?
I don't think that's necessary.
I'll do my best, but I can't promise anything.
Who would you prefer deliver your armor?
I don't particularly care.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I don't think you
Okay.
should.
Walker
Hold
looks between Freya and him and just goes, sighs, and then knocks on the door once, opens it, steps inside, closes the door, puts all of the armor down, and then just walks out again because she's a fucking medic and Harold has literally nothing she hasn't seen.
I mean, it's like it's a big brass bathtub.
Do they have bubble baths in Barovia?
No, but like I assume you're not like stepping so close that you're just staring down at like Harold Swan. Like I assume you're having some like it's not just out there for the world to see.
Yes. I love on this first picture, Al, that they've specifically removed metal so you can see her tits.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's not even that it's just like boob plate. It's boob plate, and also now you can get stabbed in the fucking sternum.
This one's really good.
Jesus
Oof.
Christ. That would
Yeah, you could have a bubble bath. You don't know.
I'm sorry. I feel like that third one would chafe horribly.
We're all fucking so horribly.
But yeah, my headcanon is that Harold is having like a bubble bath, but there's like just enough bubbles to like, you know, if it was a film, then there would be just enough bubbles to get a PG rating. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Very strategically placed.
Yeah. So he's gonna turn and see Walker come in and drop the stuff and leave and just yell out, "Good choice."
Grog waves through the open door.
Yes, hello. I'll be out shortly.
I want to be clear. I wouldn't have like perved on him or anything. The Herald is not my type.
Not
Tall enough.
It's not just about being tall.
No,
You
I
also
hope
have
so,
to be.
that's not
You
it.
also have to be
Harold.
mean to me.
There is some very, very shiny sun-themed armor and a sun-themed sword sitting there with you.
He's gonna look over to his like tattered collection of like black shirts and jackets that he's picked up over his travels, and then look at the beautiful gleaming sun armor, and then look back at the rags.
We could wipe some dirt on it if you wanted.
This link doesn't do anything, Al.
That's fine, I'll fix it.
It opened the sword for me.
You're not meant to open it, though. Just would
Oh.
just stinky.
He's
Don't want the armor, you don't have to wear it. We should specify.
He's gonna wait until the door's closed and then go over and pick up the armor and just look at the armor and say to himself, but more saying to what's her name, the Raven Queen. It just says to himself like, well, if you're okay with it, are you okay with it?
Make a religion check.
From the depths of your mind, the bitch says, "You literally cannot have shadows without light. We good, fam. Just get the bastard."
From the depths of your mind, you hear, because you're in fucking Barovia.
Barovia.
I got 23.
Damn.
The deity you have dialed has not been recognized.
I'll give you this. There, at least in this canon that we are using, there is a long-standing relationship between the Dawnfather and the Raven Queen, and they get along really well.
Yeah, they do.
So, like, yeah, you're pretty sure you get a sense. In this case, it is just, while it is very fancy and very themed armor, it is just armor.
Well, if it advances the mission, what's the harm? And he starts putting on the whole outfit. He's gonna keep the hood off of his original gear though, and just like,
this is literally just full plate. Like, it doesn't have any like adornments or anything. Or if it did,
okay,
those have long rotted away.
yeah. He's gonna keep the hood and like cloak then, and just so that he can still wear that, but also have the sun armor underneath.
I always assumed you wore a helmet. Don't know why.
Yes.
I mean, two.
Three.
Sorry.
Posted Gaz.
Hmm?
So it takes you a half hour to attune to these. Alright, so the blade isn't magical. It is silvered, however. So the resisted damage that a lot of monstrous things resist normal slashing or piercing and things, this would bypass that. Whereas the plate mail, the full plate, that is magical, so you would have to attune to it.
Can I just double check?
Mm-hmm.
The +1 bonus to AC means that plate armor takes Harold to an AC of 19.
It should. Plate armor is 18 AC base.
Yeah, plate armor is 18, so this is the 19.
Harold is in all things. Fuck this, man.
Does Harold have a shield?
Harold does indeed have a shield. Yeah, he carries his big coffin big coffin lid shield.
Yeah,
So he's gonna have an AC of 21.
Yeah.
Nice.
Second question. Per the rules of the player's handbook, heavy armor generally comes with a helmet. Does this come with a sick-ass helmet?
Yeah, sure. I don't actually think it does.
They buried her in it.
We had to shake the skull out of it a little bit.
I believe they had already shaken her skull out of it.
And I have actually gotten the name wrong. Because it is named after her, not the god.
Ooh. Things you can get away with when your god can't access human
Yep.
FM.
So I messed that up. That is actually...
You're listening to Human FM, and now some human music.
Doop, doop, doop.
God,
do,
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 God,
Ah,
God, God,
human
God.
music.
No,
I
this is
like
nice.
We broke the DM. I enjoyed that the music stopped and we all went.
we all just slightly folded our hands.
Yeah, it
in
is
our
not
laps.
Play to the Dawn. It is Play to the Dawn Martyr. Excuse me, because she was a martyr.
Mm.
And Dawn themed.
Exactly. And actually, Harold, as you put it on, and you take this half hour to sort of meditate on this, where there is, so it is mostly sort of gold, and it's essentially the way it looks is it is at least on the surface appears to be gold, with like some silver detailing and red rubies and other kind of red gemstones embedded in. The rubies, as you attune to it, turn more from just that sort of bright red to a more blood red. And as you finish attuning to it, it has actually turned almost like this second. Almost like this sort of orange color rather than gold, and the silver is replaced with a deep blue, so that it now reflects more of twilight than the dawn.
Even out here in Barovia, Shadow Mummy's got your back. She leaned down with us. Baby, I get what your vibe is. Hang on, let me just. Deserved.
So and the sword, like the sword, still looks like a sun sword, like a sun themed sword, but yeah, Harold, what would you like to do?
Now that Harold has had some time to attune to all of his stuff, he's gonna wander out to where he assumes that everyone is waiting to see him in his new finery, and he's gonna head on down in his new finery and just stand there and let them go, oh, wow, or you look silly, or whatever.
So you see that they've actually moved into the other room, where you know that originally they were planning on drawing up a bath for Tom, but upon further inspection, Tom is now like waylaid in bed, as he did survive on a sliver.
Hey, Harold.
Yeah,
I want to
see Harold coming in, and like I said, the armor is fully changed to reflect the twilight as opposed to the dawn.
Ah, no tits.
No, sorry to disappoint.
It is the most comfortable armor you've ever worn because it fits you perfectly.
I would like to apologize, Harold, for asking you what that thing do. That was disrespectful, and you didn't deserve that.
That's alright. It's probably some kind of cultural difference, I'm sure.
Nah, I wanted to know how big your dick was.
Oh, I see. Right. Well, no promises. Maybe next time. We'll see.
Maybe next. No.
Ah, look at that. You making friends.
Are we?
In the
we're
meantime,
already,
I must say,
we're
I don't know where you got this armor from, but it is the single most comfortable set of armor I've ever worn. I haven't worn many sets of armor, but this one is very comfortable.
We got it off a corpse.
Walker used magic to ask it permission to take the armor.
Yeah.
You are, in fact, wearing the armor of Saint Matilda, my friend.
How fitting. Take it off one dead body, put it on another.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. You look pretty
Walker,
alive to me.
It isn't that Walker rolling her eyes actually makes a sound. She just rolls her eyes so hard that the vibe says that she... 0 out of 10. Just don't
Sweet
recommend
fucking
that.
Christ, Grog.
What was
Their eyes
that?
makes a sound.
Jesus fucking Christ, Grog. What the fuck was... What? How'd you make that noise? How'd you...
Wait, you mean this one?
Don't do...
Can't you?
Don't.
Why are you making
No.
that noise?
I don't know.
Anyway,
Why aren't
yeah,
you?
it is.
Well,
Saint's
anyway.
armor. It is.
I'm
Saint's
sorry,
armor.
I'm being
Okay.
the armor of a
You got
saint.
that saint on you. You got that saint on you. But
I
apparently,
feel it.
we should be asking you about your afternoon.
Oh, yeah. You killed a vampire?
Yes, Tom and I killed a vampire.
Well, I don't care about Tom. Do you kill vampire?
He didn't seem he didn't seem particularly strong. I'm not trying to be boastful or macho here. He went down pretty easily.
How did you find
Yay.
yourself? How did you find yourself toe to toe with a vampire?
Oh,
Well, you see, I was a complete fucking idiot to begin with.
Modesty, okay.
I've probably made it very clear at this point that I'm not the brains of this operation.
I mean, if it's any consolation as the one who is the brains of this operation, we don't have a whole lot of brains going for us.
Fair enough.
Walker looked at
yes,
you with
I-
an 18 in intelligence.
Walker has an 18 in intelligence?
Yeah.
In
Holy,
your Karth voice.
holy!
And Topher and be like, she has a fucking 18 intelligence, you asshole.
What the fuck do you mean she's smart? What the? Never mind. Apparently, I thought I was the smart one here. I'll just go back to being the wise and charismatic one. Fuck it.
You also
God.
got an 18 in wisdom. What are you?
Am I just the pretty one? No, he's a paladin. What's your charisma, big man? What that thing do?
Thank you.
comes
I
back
mean,
to the cock.
on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say it was maybe an 8.
Your charisma's an 8?
No, his cock's 8
No,
inches
no.
long.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it's an 8, yes.
So on a scale of 1 to 20, it would be a 16.
Great. I'm not the
You see,
smart one.
that's why
I'm not-
she's the intelligent one.
See, I'm not the smart one. I'm not the wise one. I'm not even the pretty. What?
You're
I'm gonna
pretty
go
fast.
drown myself in fucking Harold's bathwater. I'll be back.
You're
Not
pretty
if
fast.
you drown, unless you fail at that too.
I'll fucking cry.
as he's leaving, Harold is just gonna like catch him on the shoulder on the way out, and just lean over and say, "You're the cunning one. You're the one they don't see coming."
Apart from that time they killed you twice.
Apart from the times they killed you twice.
Okay, actually, you know what? Drowning myself is not gonna make me feel better. Can I borrow Tom for a moment?
No.
No.
Tom's in bed.
You can't fuck him
You need-
until he's recovered.
Well,
He needs rest, as do I.
wasn't going to. Why, Grog? What have
Anyway.
I done to make you think I'm this unrepentantly horny?
Anyway. Harold,
Anyway, the point is,
what happened?
Hunt just beams at you and does not answer.
the
Being
point is, I
tight.
was a complete fucking idiot. I followed someone I shouldn't have followed round a corner I shouldn't have walked round. I was at somewhat of a loss initially, but then Tom here saved my proverbial bacon and allowed me to deliver the killing blow.
Right.
It claimed to be Strahd, but what I killed was not Strahd. It seemed to have the knowledge and foresight of Strahd, but it was not him.
Can I roll Arcana to see if I know what might do that?
Can I also roll Arcana to see if I know what might do that?
Yes. And Freya, you can make a witcher roll. And Freya, you can do it with advantage because you are a vampire.
20.
16! Woo!
Oh, thank fuck for advantage. I fully thought you rolled an 8.
Freya rolling an 8 on a vampire-based check, like, I don't know what that is. That sounds scary.
You don't... None of you know specifically of a vampire power that can do that. But you do know that there are powerful magics where essentially someone can disguise themselves, potentially also, as someone else, or even projecting one's own image and visage onto another is possible.
So based on what we've just heard, it's more likely that this person was used to project as the wall that Strahd was projecting onto.
Yes.
What did not Strahd say?
It seemed to have knowledge of our companions, shall we say. One of whom in particular seems to create some sort of blind spot in Strahd's ability to see us at any given time.
Then how does he know where we are if we're with her? Or how does
I'm not sure.
He's with us?
Maybe one of us strayed outside of its effective range. Maybe he's better at finding some of us than others. I'm not sure. But it did specifically say that she would mask our presence from Strahd. So I suppose, logically speaking, if he were to look somewhere and not be able to see that area, process of elimination, etc., that must be where we are.
So he's just looking for the big blank spot in his scribe ability.
Yes, the thing he can't see is how he would know we were there. So he wouldn't be able to see us directly or hear us, but he would know our position.
So he knows exactly where she is at all times within a certain radius.
Presumably, if he has, we're assuming that his vision extends beyond where he's currently looking.
But he can't see if we're flipping him off. So who's the real winner here?
Exactly. Harold holds a finger just directly into the sky.
Yeah.
Walker, make another Arcana check.
20.
Damn.
That's not how scrying works. You're aware that to scry on someone, it either works or it doesn't. It's not like you focus over an area and there's a blank spot. You have to focus on a particular person.
Or object.
And if it fails, it just fails. Presumably because that person is on another plane, dead,
shielded
or
or
some shielded or otherwise.
Walker will relay this information.
Which would mean, it's not just that he's like, I have found the blank spot, so I know where you are at all times.
Sure. So that's somewhat helpful as long as we all... Walker would know. What is the requirement to be able to scry on someone?
What do you mean?
Do you need to have met them? Do you just need to know of their existence? Do you...
Normally, let's see. It is harder to do if you only have secondhand information about the target.
So for the moment, until we can get to the Abbey, Harold should stay as close to Arena as possible, because he will be easier to scry than anyone that Strahd hasn't met.
Are you asking me?
I'm just confirming that Walker knows how the spell works. I don't know how the spell works.
Yes, the more familiar you are with the target, the easier it is to scry.
Okay.
He hasn't made direct contact with me, but it was contact, so probably counts.
You're a little wibbly, Gaz.
Yeah,
A little
for the past,
wibbly.
like, 10 minutes or so, you've been doing like your voice is like breaking up a little bit. Like we can still hear you, but there's like an echo that goes like. Dee.
Oh, I know. I think I know what that is. Okay, that should have fixed it, hopefully.
It has. Yay!
Okay, excellent. I had my latency settings up too high. The interface I use, you have to have the latency up really high when you're editing stuff, just so that it has like a bit of buffering space. But when you're just using it, you can set it to like the lowest setting, and that makes it sound better.
Neat.
Somehow, I think.
So if we proceed with the idea that Harold does not stray at least too far from Arena, once we leave town, because it doesn't matter while we're in town because he knows we're here anyway, right? That should be the best. And then we just straight line it we're going to straight line it for the Abbey anyway, right? That's the plan.
Fucking sure.
I mean, there was something I was asked to take care of.
Ooh. You got homework from who?
From an ally. From someone who with shared interests.
Is there a reason why you're being super fucking vague about this person?
No, I'm just very tired and I can't remember his name. I need to rest.
What, is it the guy downstairs who sells us alcohol?
Yes, that's the one. Him, yes.
Bob,
Right.
the bartender. Got it.
I'm sorry, I currently feel how Tom looks.
Oh, well, go pass out then.
I think that's probably for the best.
If you want to pass out right here, I'll just carry you back to bed.
And my crisp is on. Also, there's no other sound in my room.
I'm getting every breath you take, every move you make. I'll be watching you.
Yeah, Harold is just gonna look down at. Yeah, it's like people listening to that song and thinking, "Oh, isn't it so romantic?" Are the people that watch American Psycho and like, God, Patrick Bateman's such a Chad. Anyway, yeah, moving on from that horrific Venn diagram. Yeah, Harold's gonna look at Crag and be like, "Do you honestly believe you would carry me to the next room?"
Yes.
I suppose you do swing that hammer around. Alright, go on then. He lies flat on the ground. He's like, come on, do your worst.
Okay.
I'll try and lift him.
Rog, what is your strength?
Yeah, what's your
18.
strength? 18. You can lift him.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not even a roll.
My
Just
favorite
squats
part-
down, just lifts him up above her head, just like.
My favorite part is that we've just invented the planking challenge in fucking Barovia for no particular reason.
Yeah, exactly like that.
But also, notably, the Herald has more of a sense of humor when he's not dressed all in black, and Walker is making a mental note of this.
The Herald has more of a sense of humor when he's been drained of enough blood.
Yeah,
Also,
exactly.
Blood
He's
is awesome.
he's just got a case of the afternoon sillies because of all the blood loss.
I'll also
Yeah, he's. I'm assuming he lay down like looking straight up the way, so he's just like bobbing along.
Mm-hmm.
And,
That sounds about right.
Why would you look at that?
Yeah.
Right, well, and he looks sort of like tilts his head back, just says, "Well, everyone, I'll see you in the morning."
Bye.
Bye.
Before we bed down for the night, Walker is going to get a hold of Carl.
Yo, what's up?
That conversation.
What conversation?
Like what? So Walker's going to sit you down, and after a hot minute, like trying to work out how she wants to say these things, she's going to steeple her fingers and lean forward and go, "What is it exactly that is making you so certain about Tom?"
Let's start with the fact that Tom doesn't exist. That until about 3 days ago, he wasn't here and none of us knew who he was. And then he showed up, and all of us, all of a sudden, remember him being here the entire time. In fact, I'm fairly certain that if we went person by person, we could all of us find memories of Tom from before we became a party.
Walker says absolutely nothing. DM, can I please see if I have memories of Tom that
No,
go
you
back
met Tom.
something?
You met Tom the same time you met
Everyone
Irina
else.
and Ismark.
Yeah, Walker looks back and goes, "I remember meeting Tom here. I do not remember Tom from before."
When did you meet Tom?
We met Tom when we met Irina, when we met Ishmar, when we left the others in that in Rovia town. Tom came with us. We left them behind.
Ismark and Irina are in this inn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Telepathically to Ismark, it's Karth. Please come to my room.
There's like a minute or so goes by, and then he comes in.
Hi. You know Tom, right?
Yes.
How long have you known Tom?
Oh. Children, really? We went to school together.
Are any of the memories you have of Tom bad memories?
Suppose it depends on what you mean. We've fought before. Took a fancy to Irina. And, we had a bit of a disagreement on that. And then she put us both in our place because she could decide as she likes. Should have seen that one coming. Nothing terribly offensive or untoward. Why?
This is going to be kind of hard to explain, but I have memories of us meeting you, you meeting us, our little tiff outside the bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in none of those memories is Tom.
So I'll give you this, Karth. You have a weird situation where the memories that Himarath has shared with you, you do not see Tom in them, but you yourself have memories of Tom.
No, I know. I
Okay,
remember.
Just explaining, yeah.
But I have a whole set of memories. Since we came to Barovia, we met you, we traveled along the Svalich Road to here. None of them have Tom in them. And then I have a second set of memories that do have Tom in them. And my patron, the deity to whom I owe fealty, is convinced that the memories without Tom are the correct memories.
Walker looks at Ishmael and goes, "Thank you for your time. We'll see you in the morning."
I want to, after Ismark leaves, I want to apologize. I thought that maybe he would also be under the effects of it, but it might be different for him because he's in because he's here in Barovia his whole life.
Yeah, when he walked out, he just sort of looked between the two of you and just sort of walked out. He didn't really say anything.
So Walker's gonna sit and think for a minute. How much does Walker know about Himara?
Make a religion check.
20.
20. Even with a 20, you don't know much. It's an elder god for, like, you know he is, from what you've read. Depending on the scholar, not everyone considers him a deity, but many do. And that he is older than the current pantheon. But beyond that, you know that worship of him fell off a long, long time ago. And most of that, think of like how we know for a fact that there were secret cults that worshipped like Greek deities. And the problem that we have is that the cults were fucking secret. We know nothing about them other than the fact that they existed and who they worshipped. Beyond that, we have very little. That's kind of where you're at.
Okay. I'm going to combine that with the fact that... okay. So Walker's going to look over her fingers at Karth after some time just staring into the fireplace and thinking. And then says, given that you appear to be having some issues delineating your relationship with your deity to the point that he has spoken to me through you, and not entirely benevolently. I have concerns, certainly too many concerns to take Himarath's word on it, about these claims. From my perspective, even if we accept that Tom, for some reason, was not here until he was here, everything we have seen him do since the time that you say he arrived has been to our benefit. Everything we have seen him do this entire time, like, the Herald has just said that he nearly died protecting him. We saw him many times fight on our behalf. Because he was DM, he was there for the Shadow Monsters, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever is going on, and I am happy to acknowledge that there might be something going on, I am not at this time, given the blurred boundaries between you and your god, and frankly, my concerns over how Barovia might be affecting you. I'm not happy for that to be a death sentence on his behalf. We need evidence. Actual evidence, not just Himrath's word. Because from what we've just heard, everything that you have said does not stack up with anything anyone else is saying. And that could be that you are the only one that is right and everyone else is wrong, because magic do be like that sometimes. Or it could be that something is screwing with yours or Himrath's perception, or that there is something else at play that we don't know. And we're not going to put a potential ally to death on the basis of a maybe.
I'm not going to dispute your decision. You are more or less in charge of what we're doing, but I want you to know that when this does come crashing down around us, and it turns out Tom is some kind of weird brain-sucking magic parasite who's insinuated himself into our lives to eventually kill and eat our souls, I am going to say I told you so when I play his rib cage like a xylophone.
And on that day, I will admit that you are right.
Also, for what it's worth, we do have a prophecy about what allies we will find in this place, and he's not in it.
I do not expect that prophecy to be exhaustive. If
I
that
do.
prophecy is literally every single person we can hope to recruit to our cause, and not the headlines of some people we might recruit to our cause, we are in very deep trouble. Because there's like 6 people on that list.
7, 8 if you count the monkey.
I don't know if I count the monkey.
I guess we have to meet the monkey first.
I think we have to meet the monkey first. I am hoping for a greater retinue than 7, however.
Well, I mean, it's their 7 plus, our 7 plus, like, we brought a bunch of people with us in, so it's really kind of getting up into like almost the 30s.
Karth,
Yeah, what's up?
they had an army.
Okay, and like, when was the last time you saw an army of good actually accomplish anything? Like, every situation ever resolved in our entire history was done by a group of 5 plucky idiots and the one smart person who kept them on the straight and narrow.
When Karth, like, even though it's a good, when Karth asks, when did you last see a war won by the side of good, Walker suddenly looks incredibly tired.
Now, I want to be clear, that's not a goof. I can, I can point out times that it's happened, like Gorian's Ward saved the Sword Coast like 40 years ago, and then also eradicated Ball and the Ball spawn 10 years after that, and then just a fucking couple months ago, a bunch of idiots got abducted by a fucking mind flayer ship, and they saved the Sword Coast again from a plot to turn us all into mind flayers. Do you not? That happened. Those are canon events. The Baldur's Gate games are canon events in the history of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, Freya.
Did the events of Baldur's Gate 3 happen and we just forgot about it?
Could I have fucked Kalak before?
Which ending did we
Secretly
get?
Secretly Walker's Tav.
But I seriously, I cannot stress this enough. The events of almost every D&D game that have happened are canon.
That's up to the DM, I think.
No, they're part of the setting.
For this, I will say, since it really has no bearing on what we're currently doing, yeah, sure, Baldur's Gate 3 is canon.
Yeah, no, like seriously, Walker. Every single time.
No, you are not.
I don't want to be tough. Can I just roll for Kalak and Kender?
Roll a D100.
Listen, it's just every single time there's a big battle for good versus evil, the best that the armies do are like hold them off while the plucky idiots go in and kill a fucking evil god or something. So like, honestly, I almost
nights when everyone got the fucking plague and also exploded. That one was fucked up.
Anyway, Walker, not necessarily disagreeing with you. However, we're going to proceed as if we can make more than 7 friends in this entire plane for one.
Again, it's going to be closer to like 28.
The ones that we brought with us don't count.
Are you telling me that I can't send my human rogue to do dumb shit for the betterment of the group?
You can. But that doesn't count as friends that we've made while we're here. They were prepackaged.
I want to be clear here. Grindar is my friend. That other guy is just some dude who follows me around.
Walker's gonna push down on her knees and stand up. And like give the he doesn't have hair because he's a fucking kobold, but like give it up with everyone. Okay. No murder. We keep our eyes out, we proceed with caution.
Actually, on the topic of murder, I am gonna try and get put in touch with the Vishanti assassin, because that's part of one of the prophecy bits. So, like, there might be a little bit of murder. It just won't be Tom.
Don't kill our allies.
But what if he attacks me?
Then he's no longer an ally.
You are smart.
Yeah, this is why they don't pay me
Card's
enough.
pupils just widening to the size of saucers, like.
I'd never thought of that. Oh my god.
Anyways, I'm actually, this is your room now that I think about it, because I'm sleeping in the barn. So I'm gonna go to the barn and wait for my rogue contacts to show up, because that's what they're supposed to show up tonight.
Get out of my house.
So,
Does Walker have a room to herself? Am I remembering that right?
No, Walker and Harold, I believe.
I think Walker and Harold are the same.
Oh.
So while that was going on,
Has been in here the entire time.
Grog has been in here reading Harold a bedtime
I thought
story.
you guys were downstairs. I thought you guys were
I think we took ourselves to a quiet corner somewhere, canonically.
Okay. I was gonna say, I had like a whole bit ready for what Grog was reading to Harold, and if we were just gonna do this and I didn't even get to respond to ball spawn, I'm not forgiving anyone.
Well, let's have an interjection of just meanwhile cut to Greg and Harold.
He stopped crying. You have replaced him, as it were. The tears of the world are a constant quantity for each one who begins to weep somewhere else another stops. The same is true of the laugh. Ha ha. Let us not then speak ill of our generation. It is not any unhappier than its predecessors.
And Grog sticks a finger up her nose and uses it to turn the page.
I'm sorry,
What are you reading?
Grog reaching into the void of her brain and pulling out Waiting for Godot?
I love that you knew what that was off the top of your head.
Yeah, I didn't Google it.
In my defense, as an ex-theater kid, I did know what that was.
Oh, well, yeah.
I was just letting you have it.
Yeah. No,
Harold
I
looks
wasn't
down at,
impressed that no one recognized it. I was impressed that Kate specifically got it, because we didn't study that in school.
No, we did not.
That's a common one. Harold looks down at Egg, who is now fast asleep, and just looks back up at Crag, and it's just like, I didn't even know you could read.
You know what? Me neither.
Where did you even get this book? Where did you find it?
Grog leans over and gives you a gentle pat on the thigh and goes,
Someday, you'll learn to not ask stupid fucking questions.
Not today, though, apparently.
no. Grog gets up and
Looks like...
leaves.
Oh, well, I was quite enjoying that.
You're welcome.
He tries to lift Egg and is like, Rod, come on, let's get you to bed. No, you are very fucking heavy, you just stay there.
Egg hops up into the bed and curls up with you.
Alright, good.
So, with that, we're going to cut to Frey.
Mm-hmm.
Frey, you know, you're waiting to hear from Von Richten. Because there was a whole thing about potentially going and seeing what was going on with the Vishanti that are just outside of town. But he was going to come back and give you a little bit more information. He knows where you're staying. You haven't seen him yet. What would you like to do? And we'll say at this point, we're getting into sort of the evening. Like, it's turning nighttime, so everything is starting to actually quiet down now. Other than the bar itself downstairs, which is full of very familiar faces. It seems to be pretty much the same people over and over again.
Do I know, like, did Von Richten say, like, if I'm not back by a certain time, I've been killed or whatever?
No.
Okay. Is it early enough that it's plausible he's still, like, doing his thing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, especially for a seasoned and technically legendary monster hunter.
Well, I'm going to trust the process and hope that he gets back soon. I think I'm going to follow up on our other lead. And I'm going to try and locate the... What was the guy's name? From a whole long time ago.
Which guy?
The guy who was the one that Krog was going to try and kill, who was creepy with dolls.
One moment.
Mayor's right-hand man.
That's not the hand you want to be.
Ew. Please hold. He is scrolling.
I will find the gentleman.
Scrolling.
Isaac Stronzi is the name.
Stronzi?
Yes, Strazni. Strasny, excuse me.
Okay.
I'm gonna feed Mackie. I'll be right back.
And we knew where he lived, right? Like we were heading in that direction.
You know that he lives at the Burgermaster's house.
Oh, he lives in the same house.
Yes.
That's kind of gay.
Yeah, that is kind of gay. Harley yelled from the other room. Nothing wrong with that.
It's a little fruity.
Shut up. No one else could hear that. Only I can hear that.
No, we can hear it.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna go pay the Burgermeister a visit. But before I do that, I have to know if I can enter a house without being invited. By vampire rules.
From the way we've played everything else, it's probably going to be a no.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Shit.
unfortunately.
Okay, well,
I can enter houses uninvited.
I'm not inviting you.
That would defeat the purpose.
I don't know what you said, but I'm going to carry on as though I didn't hear anything. Alright, so I'm still gonna go over there. And I'm going to... Do I have a use of the telepathic walker communication device?
You do.
Okay, I'll just...
Oh, actually,
The
no.
the walker-talkie.
No.
No, we haven't rested yet.
Yeah. Haven't rested yet, so that's been used.
Okay. I'm just gonna poke my head into Walker's room then. Knock first.
Walker is fully dressed, still in all of her clothes, just reading the pale equivalent of the fucking Bible in bed.
Freya's gonna poke her head in, be like, I'm gonna look into a weirdo. If I
You
don't...
want company?
Yeah, I guess.
Walker gets up, puts her trench coat back on, and does her best to skulk with you into the night.
Alright, let's skulk.
As they are walking, she is going to ask you to tell her who the fuck you're about, what the details of these are.
Oh yeah. You weren't there for that.
No.
So Freya's going to explain how we went and we saw a man about a monkey. And we met a guy who made dolls, and somebody has been commissioning the same doll, which looked startlingly like Irina, multiple times. Was it like once a week?
He gets one once a week.
And how many times has he done it?
For a couple of years now.
For a couple of years.
Walker looks physically nauseated.
I swear, it's a good thing you didn't tell Cart.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have waited.
Good thing you didn't tell Grog again.
Grog will remember. I mean, if you want to come along, there's... I don't know how secretive we're being about this.
You didn't invite him.
I did not.
Maggie, come on.
So, yeah. So Freya explains that. It's like, so I think that might be a bad guy. I mean, it is a bad guy. I don't really have to investigate
Yeah, that's a bad guy.
Yeah. But I want to know what the fuck he's up to. And I don't know where my brother has gotten off to, so I can't ask him to come with.
He's just gently vibrating and T-posing in a corner.
Oh, there he is.
Just ominously.
Do his arms not get tired when he stands like that?
No. Well, actually, I don't know. He'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
Then we go.
We go.
Okay. So as you head out into the night, wandering toward the Burgermeisters, Em, I need you to roll a perception check.
Sure.
I'm back.
Perception 23.
23. Now this is just for Freya. To you, Walker, it is any other night.
Bet.
Freya, as you're walking along, you notice the fog has gotten a little thicker. Which is not terribly unusual for Barovia, as you've come to know. But you start to feel a creeping, icy feeling starting at the base of your spine and working its way upward into your neck. Almost like cold water was running up your back.
Have I ever felt this before?
Once before. A few nights ago, actually.
What was the circumstance?
You turn, and for just a moment, you see a shadowy figure in the middle of an empty street, staring at you, even though you can't see its face. And you remember the night that you were all concerned about the owl bears. That very night when you were on watch, you encountered a similar creature. And you also feel the weight of the locket that you wear around your neck get very, very heavy. What would you like to do?
How far away is the figure?
We'll say 60 feet away.
Is there anyone else on the street?
No, it appears to be empty.
Suspiciously empty, or like...
Suspiciously empty. Even for this time of night, there's usually somebody. Also, all the lights are gone down that street. You are making this creature out against... Like, it is so dark, it shows up against the darkness in the street.
I'll put a hand out to stop Walker in her tracks. Not taking my eyes off the thing that I'm looking at.
Can Walker follow her line of sight and see it?
You do not see anything.
Walker makes a questioning noise, but doesn't actually put words to it.
Can I make anything out on the figure, or is it just standing? Like, no defining features?
No defining features other than the fact that it is vaguely human shaped.
Mm-hmm.
Likely bald. And has no eyes.
Hmm.
And not in the, oh, it's missing its eyes because they were gouged out, but as in, like, if a person walked into the room, it would be as if they never had eyes to begin with.
Interesting. And Walker just made a noise, didn't say like anything.
No.
I think I'm gonna have to attack this thing. Freya like gives a little like how would she put this? If nothing comes of this, don't judge me for this. She says to Walker, and then she's going to start trying to approach this thing.
As you approach it, it starts to fade. Not like into the distance or anything, but just becomes less and less physical until there's nothing there. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Not good at that one. Still not good at that one.
So, with an 8, you're going to take 4 points of damage as you feel the necklace begin to tighten around your throat.
This is the
The
locket.
Mhm. And you feel over your shoulder. You can almost see an eyeless face staring at you. And you get three words, even though you don't hear a voice. It's not like you hear it in your head. They're just impressed upon you.
Okay.
And you feel, the three words you feel are, give him back. And as you feel this tighten around your throat, it still hurts, but you don't fucking breathe. And the only thing you start to sense now at this point is, for the first time from this ominous creature, is potentially irritation. And then the locket loosens from your neck. The lighting in the area returns to normal. The fog returns to normal Barovian levels. There is now a thin line around your neck, though, from where the locket, the chain had shrunk to bite in.
Okay. If I reach up to the locket, I can, like, open it and look at the picture inside, right?
You open it, and
Yeah.
the picture, the eyeless picture, is empty.
It's not concerning at all. And Walker is a little bit of a distance away, so.
Yep.
Have I seen any of the like changes in fog or anything like that?
No. Well, the chain. When I say chain, I mean it's there.
No, like the fog changing or anything.
Oh no, you've not seen anything different.
Hmm.
Yeah, Walker's just standing.
This is a normal night. You could roll an insight check.
I'll roll an insight check for Freya's weirdness, sure. $16.
16. Something just happened.
Hmm.
You have no idea what now. But from Freya's change in posture, it's over, at least temporarily.
Okay.
Whatever it was.
Freya will come back to Walker and is still fiddling with the locket.
It is cold to your fingers.
Hmm. Is it usually cold, or is it a new coldness?
This is new.
Hmm. Not sure what happened there.
Good. From here, it didn't look like anything happened, but something clearly did.
Thought I saw something, but not sure if I can deal with it right now.
Something like a thing or something like a someone?
I'm not sure how to answer that right now.
Baller.
Add it to the list.
Add it to the list. Barovia is weird, man.
Do I remember where I found this locket? Have I had it for a while?
It was a starting trinket, so you've had it for a long time.
Oh. And it's only just now started to do stuff like this.
Yeah, only very recently.
Hmm.
In fact, the first time, we'll go with this because I don't want to supersede too much of agency.
Mm-hmm.
You're not sure why you bought it at like a little pawn type shop.
Okay.
And it was just a weird, we'll say this, it was just a little weird thing. Like you opened it up and there's this creepy little picture of this smeared figure that's eyeless. It was just fucking a little weird trinket that you picked up. And you just kind of had for a long time now. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like that. Have you ever seen where people like buy pictures, like old-timey pictures, and then sneak them into like family, like collections of family pictures and stuff? It's kind of that vibe where you're just like, oh, that's a weird little guy. I'll hold on to that. Why not? Yeah.
Okay.
It's only recently so it's been a long time since that happened. I'll give you that. Because that was one of the first sessions outside of, I think it was literally the first time you guys stayed outside of Barovia town. You ran into it.
Interesting. Not gonna ruin my day. Let's go bother a guy.
Walker falls into step next to her, pretty much trusting at this point that Freya does not appear to have withheld any information for anything other than a good reason to this point, so is probably not withholding for anything other than a good reason now.
Withholding because I don't know what I'm holding on to.
That's valid.
Yeah.
That's valid.
So we are gonna cut very quickly over to because we haven't done this almost at all, actually. I'm not sure how this is gonna go. Hey, Grog.
Hi, Grog.
Hi.
You have been inexplicably left alone.
Yep.
For the first time in a while.
Grog was left alone earlier today.
Don't think so.
No.
And she nearly marched across town to kill the guy about
No,
it.
Freya
was
was
there.
there.
Freya was following Grog, but Freya wasn't with Grog.
There was still someone else around.
Mm-hmm.
Grog has never been in a scene by himself for a while.
So Grog, you D10.
Five.
Literally, roll me another D10.
Three.
Okay. So Grog, you're bored.
Mm-hmm.
Your wizard friend is asleep. Gullop is asleep. Everybody else seems to have kind of gone off and is sleeping in some way. You're just sort of picking through your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you come across one of the weirder things that you have in your bag. And it is what appears to be a bronze pentacle with an etching of a rat's head in its center.
Nice.
You don't remember where you definitely got it off a corpse at some point.
Does it smell corpsey? Is that how I remember?
Maybe a little corpsey.
That's probably why I grabbed it.
You're holding it in your hand. It's got more weight to it for how small it is. And it definitely has the hint of like sweet rotting meat. And also maybe wet fur.
If you're trying to get me to eat you, I know coins taste bad. But nice try.
Roll an insight check.
Five.
You don't know why, Grog. Feel like the rat in the center seems a little sad. Like you made him sad.
Whatever. Try not being a coin next time.
It looks grumpy. Like it doesn't seem to like actively shift in front of you. It's like you blink and it suddenly has a slightly different look on it.
I didn't make you a coin. Don't get pissy with me.
Blink again. The rat looks like it's mocking you?
I don't know how to feel about that. I don't think think Grog necessarily knows how to feel about that. Grog will start a fight with many things for very little reason. I don't know if a coin is necessarily one of them.
If a coin is one of the prophecy?
Grog doesn't fucking remember the prophecy. Like, how many times have characters in this game actually talked about the prophecy and its contents out loud and not just been like, hey, that thing, that's
One-
Yeah, I don't think
One-
Grog's ever been privy to a conversation as to what the prophecy entails.
No,
Yeah.
I think Grog was a.
Y'all have been like, man, wizard? That's in the prophecy. No one's been like, hey, by the way,
This is what
if
the
you get a
prophecy
coin
is.
with a rat on it, rat coin's part of the prophecy.
Well, one, I don't think I've ever told anyone the entirety of the prophecy except for maybe Walker. And two, rat coin is not part of the prophecy.
Then shut up!
You're the one you asked.
It's my scene!
You
So
asked.
as you're sitting there, Grog, it shudders a bit. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yay! I'm not good at those. 6.
6. You blink, and now there is a rat in your hand, covered in what looks to be bronze-colored fur.
Ha! Well, I did ask.
And it looks up at you, and staring into your eyes, it goes, "Well, you're not very bright, are you?"
And
And what, are you going to finish that sentence? Have you lost your ability to speak?
no, do I need to be smart?
I don't know. I was just pointing out something.
Okay.
Okay. Where the hell are we?
Tavern.
Oh. Where's the alcohol?
Downstairs.
Well, why aren't we drinking the alcohol?
I don't feel like it.
Oh. So what are we doing?
I mean, I was going through my stuff to see if I had any slop in here, but instead I just have a coin that can turn into a rat.
What coin?
Alright. I'm gonna throw you out the window. You're weird.
Well, that doesn't sound very fun.
No, probably not.
Grog gets up.
As you go to the window to throw it away with that wisdom saving throw,
Mm-hmm.
no, it wouldn't really be fun just tossing him out the window like that.
No, you're right. That would be fucking boring.
You should do a quadruple backflip out the window and hit him with the elbow on the way down.
He goes, "You know what? I know something we can do.
Alright.
We gotta go somewhere where no one will bother us or stop us."
I mean,
You know.
sure. You
Alright,
can tell me what it is before we get there, or what?
don't you like surprises?
Yeah. Should I bring my shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Grog grabs her pack and the hammer and just fucks off downstairs.
Okay. You exit, walk around maybe the back where, they fought the vampire.
Mm-hmm.
The little bronze rat looks around and goes, yeah, this'll do nicely. This'll do real nice. Then he hops off your hand. And as he sort of scurries away from you, usually when things, you're like, you are smart. Like, you're not actually stupid. You are actually smarter than the average person. So you know when things move far away, they get smaller.
Not bigger.
Not bigger. And then it turns around, stares you dead in the eyes, and goes, all right, you wanna fight?
Fuck it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah! And it charges at you. And as it charges at you, we're actually going to flip really quickly over to, because why not, Karth.
Hi.
You are woken up from your sleep.
I wasn't sleeping.
Well, you're disturbed. What were you doing?
I was waiting for someone to show up because I'm expecting visitors.
Ah, that's right. Yeah. As you're sitting there, you feel something on your shoulder and you look over, and it's your little spider. Your little mechanical spider. Somehow got out of your pack.
Huh. Why'd it do that?
You take it, put it back in your pack. You turn around, just sort of, back to whatever you were doing to occupy your time. And it's back on your shoulder again.
All right. Are you, hungry or something? What's up, Jimmy?
You look at the little mechanical spider. Doesn't move at all, as it is wont to do.
I'm gonna do a quick scan of the area to see if Jimmy's trying to tell me I'm in danger.
Go ahead and roll a perception check. 7. No danger. You do hear Grog sounding like he's talking to himself a ways past the barn that you're staying in.
Well, that's not my business.
But yeah, as you go, just sticking Jimmy back in the bag. Again, Jimmy leaves the bag. And this time almost doesn't cause actual damage, but digs in a little bit.
Okay. What's going on here, Jimmy?
Unfortunately, you get nothing from the mechanical creature.
I am going to I am going to figure out how I'm overweight capacity. I never removed the armor.
Well, I will tell you, as you sort of pick up your bag, it is lighter than normal.
What the fuck is missing from my bag?
Yeah. So you go looking through your bag, make an investigation check. You're not sure at first, going through your bag and potentially what you were missing.
Let's go down the list. Do I have my boomerang blade?
Oh, hold on a minute. Where are ya? There you are. Just as you kind of going through the list, like boomerang blade, dagger, 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 knife, dagger, and it's just going through your things, seeing what's there. It finally hits you. It's something you haven't thought about since maybe, I don't know, you came to Barovia and started the campaign. And as you realize it is missing from your bag, you hear tiny little footsteps somewhere behind you. And then a child giggle from the darkness.
Don't fucking like that.
I throw a knife at it.
You're not sure where it is with that perception. You just know it's somewhere in that investigation. It is somewhere in the darkness. You hear it. And then...
Hello?
You say hello. And you just hear right next to your ear. And with that, we're going to end it for tonight.
Hold on, what do I hear?
Hi.
Okay. Karth kills himself immediately. Does not want to be in this situation. Fuck this.
You don't get to nope out of a creepy child laughed by my shoulder. You have an elder god inside your chest.
I can nope out of any situation I want. I've only got 18 hit points, and I know for a fact I do more than 18 damage.
Hearing voices is perfectly normal for Karth. This is no exception.
This is a different voice. It's not the right voice.
You are not my mandated, my contract mandated voice. So unless you've been doing some kind of speech therapy and did not tell me, Himarath, goodbye.
This is fine.
This is fine.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever I have a great track record for when my D&D characters are left by themselves and have to do a succession of rolls to not get manipulated into dying. It's gone so good for me so far. Unrelated, here's some art of my first D&D campaign where my elf walked off by himself and got thrown into a river and nearly drowned by a child.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. The DM painted it for me because they felt so bad because I rolled like a whole, like, I think it was like between 6 to 8 different like insight and wisdom rolls and whatever. Just didn't see anything wrong.
Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah.
Perfectly normal.
Also, yeah, no, Grog's stats are like very middle. Like it's literally 14 dex, 14 con, 12 for intelligence, wisdom, and charisma, and then an 18 in strength.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot going on with Grog.
I don't know why you think those are mid. Those are like, that's like a whole 20 points higher than the standard array from the book.
But like, there's not a lot of bouncing up and down. It's very just like,
Oh yeah, no. It is funny
And then just
that Grog is
180.
still... Grog, despite being such a chaos gremlin, is still smarter, wiser, and more charismatic than your average person.
Mm.
oh my god, Walker? What the fuck?
Yeah, boy.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What? Genuinely, what the fuck, Walker?
Did you did you just roll really well?
Rolled really well, and then turned...
I think I took some of
Okay,
the.
I also.
One was a 16, and one of those was a 17, that you then boosted both to 18s.
Yeah, I took a actually. No, I took a +1 to Dex and a +1 to Cons as my ability. My notes say I took +1 to Dex, +1 to Cons for my level 4.
At level 4.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, you boosted those.
Yeah. Because they were worse.
Well, your con is
I-
very good.
I think I might be the only person in this game with a negative stat.
Unless Harold
Skill
wants to
issue.
out himself.
Look at that
Skill
fucking deck
issue?
roll. I love the fact that
I'll kill Freya again.
I love the fact that Karth is like, I'm not special. I don't have a single skill that other people don't. Also sat here with a +5 to Dex.
True.
Okay, listen. It's not my fault the rest of you are slow and sluggish and can't roll a 31 on stealth like Karth can.
Harold ain't nothing special.
Okay, but you do get how
He's
that
pretty nice though.
just proved your point, right? Like
know.
she was just saying,
Actually, hold
I
on.
can't believe you say you're not good at anything and you have a really high dex, and you were like, it's not my fault that I have a really high dex. Like, yeah, that's
I
what
was
we were
I was
saying.
being sarcastic, Al. Anyways, actually, look at all of the things Karth is good at real quick.
Well, yeah, he's a rogue. You just get fucking proficiencies out your ass. It's rogues and bards.
The ability score boost, that's at first level, Kate. That's everybody. The choose the 3 different +1s is a thing we didn't use. That's from fucking one of the later edition books.
Where the fuck did Grog get a?
I must have just rolled real well. I don't know. It's been a long time.
It's probably just from being a gnome, Hal.
Yeah. I don't remember where you got that.
Like, athletics, yeah. Intimidation, yeah. Perception, sure. Survival, all right. Arcana, okay.
Yeah,
That might actually come from your class.
From Barbarian?
Heck, fucking whatever, barbarian.
Yeah, it's a very specific hell, like.
Yeah, it's just hell barbarian.
Yeah.
What kind of gnome are you?
Deep.
Deep gnome.
I don't know why we're litigating this.
Hell barbarian doesn't give you an arcana proficiency because it starts at
then I
level
don't know.
3. How come you have
I have too many.
one? Yeah, Karth has.
It's because
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's because T at the start of the campaign introduced a house rule that makes it so that we get bonus
Yeah, that's
proficiencies
right.
for
You
being
got bonus
smart.
Proficiencies for being smart.
And also I took the skill
So
and also I took the skilled feat.
Right, and because my intelligence is so low, I just don't get that many.
You got one bonus one.
Yeah.
That's
which
probably
you
where
may
the
have
Arcana
taken-
came from.
Because it was.
actually.
That's right. It was.
I actually don't think I took an extra one.
Oh,
I
take
only
the
have
extra
4.
Get it.
Then do it.
Get it.
Oh wait, I have 5. I don't know if I...
Double check it
Get
just to make
5.
sure. It's been a long time. You might have also taken it as an extra language because I think it was the way I had it was language, tool proficiencies, and skill proficiencies. So you might have taken it elsewhere.
Also, just to double check, we are still rocking at level 6, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't
Yep.
forget.
Well, I'm fine with not having another thing.
Go ahead and take it. Why not?
Eh.
Make up for the one your brother lost.
I'll take acrobatics.
I was gonna make a cool thing of Grog fighting a giant rat, but there's no giant rat tokens in Hero Forge. There's only normal-sized rats and rats that are like people.
Can you make them
Oh dear.
larger?
No.
You can make the rat ones look pretty ratty. Like
I
the
mean,
rat-
yeah, but they still have like human being bodies.
Yeah.
Tragic. It's fine. Grog has a lot of HP, and she's not gonna die. And if she does, y'all can hang out with Glenn, who I made in for a one shot in America. He's a halfling.
Glenn is a fun
and
name.
I am not. He is a halfling, and
yes.
he has a fucking prehensile tail. Because halflings should have tails.
Hmm.
I kind of want to
Hobbits should have
agree with
tails,
that
halflings should
statement.
have tails.
I've never heard that statement before, but I also kind of want to agree with it.
Weird. They have hairy feet because halflings are essentially hobbits, so why can't they have a tail?
Oh, that reminds me of the text post that was like, I always pictured Bilbo as a little mouse person, and there was drawings of like what Bilbo would look like. As a
Oh
little
yeah, I
mouse.
remember seeing that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then they're like, J.R. Tolkien would hate that fucking thing, so you should keep doing it because fuck him. So.
Valid.
Yeah, because I think he like people have been like, are the hobbits like creatures? And he's like, they are literally people.
They're
Don't fuck
small
around with me.
people.
Yeah.
They're my little boys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna go bed, kids.
All right.
Good night.
Bye, recording.
Bye, recording.
Goodbye.